Check the collection and go into Instagram also. So hello everyone, big welcome for our Facebook Live of the week. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Patricia Misakian. I'm the founder of the Akashic Records Institute and creator of Let Your Soul Purpose Guide You, a journey to reconnecting to all your wisdom through your Akashic Records. And I have a very, very special announcement today. So I'm gonna start. Let me just move some things around. I have a little notes that what I want to cover today. So big welcome for everyone that is coming in. So today I'm planning to do an Akashic Records class. We're gonna talk about what is the Akashic Records, where is, and we're also gonna talk about how you can access, and most important, what it's in for you. So as you're here, as you started to come in, big welcome, and welcome everyone that is watching the replay. I would love to invite you to ask your questions about the Akashic Records if you have a question. So we're going to cover a little of the basics in the very beginning. Then we're going to talk about what's in for you. And then I'm going to make a very special announcement at the end of our time together today. So make sure to stay until the end, because I'm going to share how you can get a private soul purpose session with me. So more about that at the end, and I want to go like right into the meat for you. I'm hoping you're having an amazing day today, and looking forward to see your comments or questions, and welcome everyone. So one more thing, I have Instagram and I have YouTube and I have Facebook. So if I'm not looking directly at you, that's why. We have everything going on here at the same time, so it's all published right away. I just like making things easier, and if you can, why not, right? So welcome, welcome. So happy to be here with you. So, and one more notification. Tomorrow we have a powerful masterclass. It's called Blow Through Self-Limitations. So it's going to be very, very powerful. We're going to do an Akashic clearing, helping you to clear the 3 most common beliefs that usually block your prosperity. So make sure to save your seat. The link to the class, it's up here on Facebook, down here on YouTube. And for Instagram, we're going to send the link. I'm going to put the link in a comment at the end, okay? But you can always come into our YouTube channel, which is Akashic Records Institute, or our fan page, Akashic Records Institute too. So make sure to save a seat for tomorrow. And we're gonna be together for about 90 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, but I promise it's gonna be well worth your time. The healing is gonna be very, very powerful. And we are opening the enrollment for our 6 months Akashic Records certification program. So if you are waiting for our doors to open, this is the time. We only open once a year, and this is the last time in 2018 for you to participate in this program. So if you want to learn more about it, do come to the masterclass, and I'll be happy to share with you. So just a little, back up for those of you that don't know, what is the Akashic Records, right? So the Akashic Records are a collection of all your thoughts, experiences, and emotions that you experience at any time in your lifetime. So as you go through life and your experiences, once you live them, they become a memory. However, your ego also, hang on to whenever you have a memory. Let's say, actually I want to invite you to think about a memory that you have in the past, like when you were 10 years old. So just let a memory come from you at 10-year-old. So as you think about the memory, you may start already feeling some feelings, or some, you have some beliefs about you at that time in your life, or your particular experiences, right? So the Akashic Records, it collects the memories, but within the memories are also the emotions related to that memory, are the decisions and the agreements and contracts that you make with yourself or others, either conscious or unconscious, at all time. And so all of that stuff, right? Not only the memories, but also the feelings. You also hold that in your body. And when you connect to the Akashic Records, you are able to clear the emotions and the beliefs and all this mess that we tend to attach to memories. Because if you look at it, if you look from the perspective, for example, when you are giving an Akashic Record session for your clients, you have, the person that is giving a session, that person has a bigger perspective because they are not living what you are living. And but they are able to access that collection of memories and experiences and be able to be that mirror for you that is going to support you to break through, what is going on in your life, the reason that you came for an Akashic Record session, right? So this is very important to understand that anytime you have the opportunity to work with the Akashic Records, either go to your records by yourself or receive a session, you're giving yourself the permission to have a deep healing at a soul level. Because if you look at your memories in this lifetime, you may notice that everything that you experience today, you may trace back to a response to an action that you did in the past, right? So if you look around in your life, who is around you, what is your relationship with people around you, what is the money that you have in your bank account, like every single thing that you experience in your lifetime, in your life today, at this moment, it's a result of the experience that you had in your past, right? So, however, there are situations where you don't know why you act a certain way. So, for example, let's say a woman is in a relationship, right? And that relationship, a woman or a man, but it's an abusive relationship. And that person gets to the end of the rope and then really decides, okay, I'm done with this relationship. I am going to start my healing process. I'm going to leave. And, so you make a decision. When a situation is painful enough, it pushes you to make a decision, right? So then let's say that person, and I see that all the time, that person leave, not exactly, this kind of, scenario, but many scenarios that go around this pattern. So, and then the person leaves their relationship and then move on. And then 5 years after, it finds itself in the same relationship, different person, different situation, same core issue. So what does this mean is that, there are, and you don't know why, you're like, why, right? So in that case, that is because your soul needed that experience, needed to go through that experience so it can heal from it. So I would say 99% of the time, if not 100, anyone that would ever come to me for a session or to my students where they are finding themselves in this pattern is because at some point in their past life or even their family lineage, there was a contract, there was an agreement that, that they almost like they said to themselves, I will never give myself. And in this case, it's a self-worth agreement created, right? So whatever that lifetime involved, at that moment, you make a decision to come through and to live through it, right? So what is in for you within an Akashic Record session is going to help you to, or help your client to understand at that moment where an agreement was made. And once you understand that agreement that was made, you're able to start unfolding and, peeling out the layers. Because most of these agreements were made from a different time or a different scenario. Women at not too long ago could not just leave their family and go on, and support themselves, right? So So by working with the Akashic Records, you are able to go back to the cause from what is happening in your life today. So it's deeply powerful and deeply healing, so that once you do that, then the pattern doesn't have to happen anymore. And even though it's something that you may not, even though, it may be like, Patricia, why I keep experiencing this relationship or this money issue, if I'm done it, if I no longer want to, is because there is a deeper layer that we can access through the Akashic Records. So, so now we cover a little bit what the Akashic Records and how it can support you to move, to help you move forward in your life. Now, a lot of people ask me, especially if this is your first live, like, where is the Akashic Records? Is that where? Like, can I touch it? And actually, the energy for the Akashic Records is a higher vibrational level. I connect to the Akashic Records as being on the 5th dimension. So we are here living in our 3rd dimension, where everything is solid and it's matter, and we have a lot of polarity, right? We have our minds love to create polarity, and we just live in this like craziness, and there is a lot of weight and fear and emotions like connected to all of our lives, right? So this is 3rd dimension. And when you go to the 5th dimension, as each dimension that you go higher, you become, it becomes a more like a vibrational, the energy is lighter. And the Akashic Records, there is no matter, there is no time. So it's a higher vibrational, but it's also there is some different ways to see things and different ways to look at things. I like to say that the Akashic Records, in the way that I see the Akashic Records, is a house with 1,000 rooms, and every room is an opportunity for you to bring something into your life, to embrace a wisdom that you may had mastered in a lifetime. It's an opportunity to, each room can also be a possibility for the future. That is, and I see it as like, it's like, imagine that there is part of you that is already experiencing everything that you wish to experience in life, everything that you want to bring into the world, and fully connecting to your gifts and fully living in total harmony. So through your records, you can connect to that part of you. And what is most powerful from it is that where you are now, you may have an idea of where you want to go, and you may have an idea of a few steps that you can take. But as you take a step, stuff comes at you, life comes at you, opportunities or not, and you're making choices every single time. But when you come from oops, sorry, my phone rang. Let's see, we got it good. Okay, sorry guys, my phone rang. So when you come from when we come from the perspective of the possibility in your Akashic Records to now, you are able to completely shift and act from that part of you that is already experiencing what you desire in life. So it becomes that possibility that can support you and inspire yourself to get there faster. And, in coaching, we talk a lot about you wanted to be what you desire to become from achieving your goal, right? So you can also work from that perspective from your Akashic Records, because you can connect to that part of you in the future, fully living your soul purpose, right? And or for your clients, and then by bringing that and connecting from the perspective of the Akashic Records, what actions can you take now so you can get there, so you can fully very soon start experiencing that. Let me know if that makes sense for you, and let me know if you guys have questions. You guys are so quiet. I can just talk. But I would love to hear questions or anything you need for support. I'd be happy to support you. So we talk about where is the record. So it's the 5th dimension, and and the way that you access. So now that you know what is and where is, so how can one person access the Akashic Records? So there are many, many different ways to access the Akashic Records. One of the, I would say, well, I wouldn't say he's the father of the Akashic Records, because the Akashic Records has been all around since the beginnings of time. So there is no such a thing as, you know, one person discovered the Akashic Records, or but it's always been there. And every single religion has its own connection to the Akashic Records. So the person who most popularized the Akashic Records is Edgar Cayce. He has, like, you know, I don't even know how many, like I read many of his books. He have amazing books on the topic of the Akashic Records. And what Edgar Cayce, the way that Edgar Cayce accessed the Akashic Records was through self-hypnosis. So he would, the clients would come to him and he would self-hypnose himself to go to the Akashic Records. And there is, you know, many different religions, many different, I wouldn't say religion, but many different cultures or process, right? The witch has a different way to access the Akashic Records. Theta healing has a different way to access the Akashic Records. So there's, you know, not only, how to say, like techniques, right? You know, different techniques can help you access the Akashic Records. I learned a few different ways before I received this method that I teach my students. One way was like very funny. You become like a ball and you get up from the top of your head and you go to the left of the moon, and it's just like, and then your arms pop out, and it was kind of like a very confusing. But and there was a lot of rules in that method where you could not access your own Akashic Records. And so through trying different methods, I received this method, which for me is the most efficient, and for my students, which is, it's two parts. Like, it's a combination of having a key of access. And as you read this key of access, you bring your vibration to a lighter vibration. You bring your vibration through a fifth dimension vibration. And then you do a journey to the Akashic Records, right? So you are fully aware of your body and, you know, your thoughts, but part of your energy actually goes to the Akashic Records and access the Akashic Records. So I believe that there is no better or worse way. The reason now, the way that we run here at the Akashic Records Institute, we run a 6-month program. And the reason that I created that way is because I see so many people go through different classes, you know, whatever classes they go to, and they, you know, spend a weekend in the class and they get dumped all that, you know, information, and then they're like, okay, bye, go. And they don't get support, right? So the way that I set up the Akashic Records certification program, you not only learn how to access the Akashic Records in many different ways, but you also get the opportunity to become a practitioner in training and start charging for your sessions as you start your practice. So you don't need to wait until the program ends so you can start making money. And there is a point of that. My background is in money coaching. So I know a thing or two about, you know, I've seen a lot of people like self-sabotage themselves. So they take a course, they spend a weekend or whatever in the course, and then they have the intention to do something with it, but they end up not doing. So when our students join our certification program, if they follow the directions week by week, it becomes easier. So, you know, the first few months you practice, you give as much free sessions as you can so you can become comfortable and confident in your sessions. And then we go to the second part of the program where we talk about specifically simple business strategies so you can start creating your, you know, a group of people to start working with them. Then you start, you know, charging, you know, a nomination fee for it so you can get used to charge for your services. There is so much that comes in between this, because we touch about self-worth, we touch about judgment, because those are the things that stop people, is the fear of being judged, the fear of not being liked, and the fear of what people think if you charge for your services, and whatever it is, all these things that I know by experience that can stop people on their tracks. We work within the program, within the 6 months container of the program. So that is why I'm so passionate about it. Is it's a journey that is going to transform not your life, your life, the life. You're not going to only learn how to access the Akashic Records, not only learn how you can create your clientele. You're going to transform your life, and transform the lives of your clients, but your life will be transformed after 6 months, because you start noticing the patterns when you give sessions to your clients, and you start noticing why you're attracting that client, and that is also healing for yourself. So it's very, very powerful. So let me know if you guys have questions. We talk about, what's in for you in both receiving an Akashic Records session or going to your own records. Is an opportunity to design the life you want and start taking action towards that desire that you have. It's an opportunity to understand the agreements and the contracts that you may have made in the past. The contract of not be visible, the contract of a vote of poverty, not honor your sessions, not honor your value and your time, the vote of be alone, those are, you don't know, you wanted to get married, you want to have a child, but you don't know why, it doesn't happen. So I can guarantee that at some point in your soul's history, there was an agreement that you wasn't safe to have a child, it wasn't safe to be a mother, it wasn't safe to find your soulmate, because the experience in that lifetime was so painful that the ego kicks in and make that harsh decision. And then once you transition, and that is another opportunity for growth for yourself, for growth for your soul, you decide to come back into this life, and then that is, every single experience that you have is here to test you, is here to support you, even if these experiences is harsh, right? So all of us call in every single experience that we have in our life, and we may not understand why, but I can guarantee you there is a deeper healing for you in there. All right, so let's see if there is questions or comments. Hello everyone, so good to see you guys here. Saudades também, my student from Brazil. Oh, here on Instagram, so cool. So guys, leave me your questions and let me know what questions you have. And one more thing about, when you have the opportunity to work with the Akashic Records to clear a contract, every time you make a decision, an agreement with yourself or others, consciously or unconscious, you not only create that contract that will be like basically like your karma, like the energy that you wanted to deal with in this lifetime and heal in this lifetime, you also hold yourself from a gift. So, and the gift could be anything, but the gift of healing, the gift of take life easy and embrace joy, or the gift of not be afraid anymore, because once you experience something, you learn, oh, I cannot be, I have to be afraid because something can get out, can be out there to get me. And you have these feelings like, sometimes you notice in your life and you don't know where it's coming from. So those are the moments that like Akashic Records, what I call a gift retrieval, can be very healing and very supporting for a person and help that person break through whatever their self-sabotage behavior was so they can move forward in life. All right, so I see that there is no questions, and I see so many of my students here. So good to see you guys. Say hello. I wanted to give here this live. We're probably gonna boost this live, and so we're gonna leave this live for probably the next 2 or 3 days on a boosted, and I'm gonna do something fun today. And this is something that I came through as I was working with my records this morning. Um, so here's what I am called to do today. As you notice here at the top, I said by the end of this call today, I will share how you can get a private soul purpose session with me. So first of all, what is a soul purpose session? So soul purpose session is a 30-minute session that is laser focused on helping you to connect to your soul purpose. Now, your soul purpose is it's basically how you want to feel as you live in your life purpose. So we're definitely going to look at life purpose, but we're also going to look at soul purpose. So most people only connect to their life purpose, and they end up getting, losing their energy because they're not connected to their soul purpose. So soul purpose, it's how you want to feel as you experience your life purpose. So it's a powerful session. We're going to connect with your life purpose, your soul purpose, and we're going to download what gifts you're ready to embrace in this lifetime. Now, how you can get this session? I'm gonna gift 10 sessions. Okay, so here's what I want you to do in order for you to apply for these sessions. You need to come to my fan page or Instagram. In Instagram, you can do the same. So if you are on Instagram, you can tag a friend down below, tag a friend for them to participate in this live and to be invited to participate on tomorrow's masterclass, right? So tag a friend that you think it might benefit from participate in tomorrow's masterclass. In tomorrow's masterclass, I am going to invite those of you that are ready for this transformation to participate in the Akashic Records certification program. If one of your friends sign up to the Akashic Records certification program, both you and your friend are going to get the 30-minute soul purpose class. So if you already took my class, if you're one of my past students, you can tag your friends. And you can, if you are on Facebook, you need to come to my fan page, because if you tag someone from inside my group, because my group is closed, any group that this is being shared, they're not going to see it. So if you want to tag someone from Facebook, you need to come to my fan page, Akashic Records Institute, and below this video, tag your friend. So if your friend participates in the masterclass tomorrow and decide to sign up and join the certification program, you and your friend gets a 30-minute session with me. Same thing on Instagram. And so we're gonna, once they join, there is a question, how did you heard from us? And they're gonna say, someone tagged me on Facebook, and they're gonna say your name, and then both of you get a gift session. That's all. So that's what I had for you today. I don't see any questions. I may have explained very well. So wishing you an amazing day, and make sure to sign up for a masterclass, Bro Through Self-Limitations. We're going to talk about the 3 most common beliefs that stop you on your tracks. We're going to talk about how the Akashic Records can help you to shift that. We're going to share about Akashic Records certification program that we only open enrollment for once a year. And we are also you're going to experience a powerful Akashic clearing, which is a healing session where we're going to clear from your body, within your body, where are you holding these 3 common beliefs. So the coolest thing, from that everyone in my world experience is an Akashic clearing. I have a membership site for that, which is weekly Akashic clearing sessions. And in these sessions, I connect to your higher self, and your higher self points to my healing guides. What areas in your body are you holding on to, emotions, beliefs, or blockages to achieve what you want to achieve in your life? So it's a powerful healing session that clears what is the triggers that your ego uses to self-sabotage you. So by receiving weekly sessions, my clients and students, start no longer reacting to life and connected to the power and making things happen and taking action in the positive direction. So once you join the certification program, you also receive a 6 months bonus membership access to our powerful weekly Akashic clearings. So anyways, this is what we had today. It's a pleasure being here with you, and I'm looking forward to see many of you in a masterclass tomorrow. I'm going to go into Instagram and post down below this video the link for you to join the masterclass. And Facebook already have, YouTube already have. So I will see everyone tomorrow at 4 p.m. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.